Many thanks for your invitation and apologies for not being there with you in person. Happy International Street Vendors Day to you all. This is in fact the 12th year that the contributions and work of street vendors and informal market sellers around the world is being celebrated. Street vendors, informal market traders, the majority of whom are women, need to be recognized and celebrated for their work. They play an important role in the urban economy, particularly in the global south. Not only do they provide poor people with access to affordable goods and services in public spaces, but they also make cities more vibrant. So I salute you all. As you may know, last year, in June, the International Labour Conference of the International Labour Organization held a general discussion on decent work and the social and solidarity economy. This was the first and to date the only high-level discussion at a UN agency of its kind. It led to the adoption of a resolution. Of course, at this point, it's good to mention that ILO has referred to the social economy in its work as early as 1922, so like 100 years ago. But the momentum within the ILO and within the UN system has been growing in the last decade around the social and solidarity economy. At this point, some of you who may not be familiar with the term may be thinking, here is the UN again, coming up with some complex terms. The fact is that the social and solidarity economy and its entities are very much a part of grassroots social movements. They exist in the form of women's self-help groups, rotating saving and credit associations, mutual societies, workers' cooperatives, and producer companies. These have been prominent, especially among informal economy workers around the world. What's important about this UN resolution on decent work and the social and solidarity economy is that it's the first of its kind, including a tripartite international definition of the social and solidarity economy. I know during the course of today, tomorrow, you will be deliberating on this definition and what it means for you and in your work and in your lives. Allow me to say that this is an all-encompassing definition, flexible enough to accommodate different situations in different national and regional contexts. It's value and principle-based, built through a review of existing SSE policies, laws, practices at the local, international levels in more than 20 countries. It also looks at existing definitions of the social and solidarity economy from different regions and reflects the most recent work from a conceptual, statistical perspective, as well as consultations. Most importantly, I think, for informal workers' organizations is that its difference from all other definitions before, it includes an emphasis on the presence of the social and solidarity economy entities in the informal economy and puts an emphasis on the role of the social and solidarity economy on the transition from the informal to the formal economy. Now we are busy operationalizing this definition. So what does it mean in terms of legislation? What does it mean in terms of statistics? We have started developing a legal guide for legislators who want to adopt SSE legislation. We also last month got a clearance to go ahead with a roadmap on the statistics of the social and solidarity economy. This was discussed and adopted at the International Conference of Labor Statisticians. And it brought not only national statistical offices, but also international regional statistical programs. WIGO statistics program was there, so was representative from SEVA, Self-Employed Women's Association. And now we are working on establishing a working group on SSE statistics, where we will have someone who knows and understands informal economy, workers' realities, to be there with us. The statistics are not only important to show the size and scope of the social and solidarity economy entities, but also in engaging policymakers on the role these entities play and how they can be instrumental in advancing sustainable development goals. The last International Conference of Labor Statisticians also had a resolution concerning statistics on the informal economy, and it recognizes the importance of household and community sector as part of informal productive activities. So this is also going to be another link with the social and solidarity economy. As you are gathered in Brazil, we have really a growing momentum globally around the social and solidarity economy. Not only is there an ILO, ILC resolution, there is also a UN resolution on promoting the social and solidarity economy for sustainable development. That one was adopted this year in April. There are regional strategies and plans for Europe and Africa, and it would be very good, for instance, for Latin America and Central America, where the social and solidarity economy practices are so advanced through popular economy, through Buen Vivir philosophy, that a regional strategy also exists there. Having all these strategies in place is great. For instance, in Senegal, the formalization of the informal economy national strategy is envisioned through the social and solidarity economy entities. Such recognition, such connection between informality and the social and solidarity economies are important across countries where such strategies are being developed. Of course, even if you have the best strategy, what truly matters is its implementation. And there are, of course, many obstacles to the realization of the potential contribution of the social and solidarity economy. And depending on national circumstances, this may be a lack of adequate participation, policies exacerbating informality and indebtedness, legal uncertainty, weak rule of law, inadequate access to finance, and as well as unfair competition, among others. In order to implement ILO's International Labour Conference resolution on decent work and the social and solidarity economy, we developed a 7-year office-wide strategy and action plan. And this was agreed upon by our governing body last year. So this year, we have geared toward its implementation. And we plan to do this by supporting governments, employers and workers, organizations, and social and solidarity economy actors. And in this strategy, what's important is we are not only talking about decent work, advancing decent work through the social and solidarity economy, but also within the social and solidarity economy entity. So conditions of work within SSE entities is also very critical. We have, in fact, developed a self-learning tool around social and solidarity economy, targeting policymakers, another one for trade unions, and this has already been utilized along with some face-to-face discussions with Latin American and Central American trade unions. And this strategy is focusing on 5 areas. And the priority areas are the care economy, the informal economy, just transition to environmentally sustainable economy and society, decent work in supply chains, and also in crisis, post-crisis situations. We plan to do this, of course, through research, statistics, policy, advocacy, policy advice, institutional strengthening, capacity building, and strategic partnerships are, of course, going to be critical. ILO will work not only with its constituents, but also partner with social and solidarity economy entities. And we look forward to our collaboration with all the nets of informal workers, StreetNet International, HomeNet International, International Domestic Workers Federation, and the Global We Speakers Alliance, which is in the process of forming its federation soon. I wish you a very good learning journey, successful deliberations. Thank you for having me, albeit virtually. And once again, happy International Street Vendors Day. Thank you.